So this is going to be a special kind of live. Normally, I get a lot of I get sidetracked a lot, and I want to actually focus this entire stream on Bloomy Dash Blade Dancer, Advanced Tactics. And I have been playing Bloom Dash Blade Dancer for around 6 months now. When I realized that it was good, very shortly after they dropped the talents for it, I maxed it out day one. It is my only max legendary. These are the talents, by the way, that you should be running. If you do have max, it's Bloomy Dash, Fencing, Serrated, and Dance of the Wind. Um, if you don't have the vortex, the last talent, you should probably run triple lunge. But if you do, attacking multiple targets doesn't matter because your vortex will kill everything. So then at that point you just want the extra crit percentage, because you need crit, because most of your damage is going to come through it attacking very quickly, but your crits are going to be insane. I have been playing with a couple of different versions, and I have evolved. Um, I don't know definitively if this is going to be my version or if the Enchant Sword is going to be my version, but I do have a very high level both of those things, and both of those things are better than anything that I have that are at lesser versions. So this is all going to be dependent on what you have as if you are playing Blooming Dash Blade Dancer. It's going to depend on what you currently have in your game, and what are their levels. There's a lot of factors that go into this singular support slot, and you have a lot of different options. And so I will take you through my journey. Everything in this deck you have to have. You have to have Blade Dancer, you have to have Portal Keeper, you have to have Dryad, and Harley Quinn is going to fix everything for you. I tried running Summoner when Summoner talents got dropped, thinking that it was just an extra Summoner, but I was still finding myself getting stuck. Or the thing that Harley Quinn provides in this deck is that it allows you at any point, at any stage of your game, to get what you don't currently have enough of. So in most cases, that's going to be Dryads, but in other cases, you might want an extra Portal Keeper. Like if you're playing against Shaman, and you drop like, Blade Dancer, Dryad, Portal Keeper, and then they start shamaning you like out of the gate, you might want that extra shaman. You might want that extra Portal Keeper to protect yourself in the early game, before you start drawing in additional Portal Keepers. If you have a whole bunch of Blade Dancers and then you just have the one Dryad, obviously you might want some more Dryads. So essentially and then late game when you merge into like higher level things, like when you merge 2 3s to get to a level 4, sometimes you'll get a Portal Keeper. Sometimes you'll get a Blade Dancer, but your best option is actually a Harley Quinn, merging into a higher level Harley Quinn, because then that will give you the option to just add whatever you currently need, whether it be Dryads to level things up, an additional Blade Dancer so you can merge out your lower level Blade Dancers, and whatnot. So yeah, Harley Quinn is incredibly necessary for this deck. I've seen people run Scrapper. That's silly. I have no idea why they would do that. And then obviously Portal Keeper. But you have one slot that you can change out. And right now, I actually jokingly decided to run Night Statue in tournament today. And I won every single game. I was playing my original Enchant Sword version, and I'll go through that version as well. But just as a joke, I decided to run Night Statue for the Sharpened Spear talent. Sharpened Spear allows you you're able to run one Night Statue, and it basically acts like an intersection monk. It will power up everything above and to the left and right and down of it. So if you have it in the center, it'll go up and down and then left to everything up and down, left to right. If you have it in a corner, it'll go up and down, left to it still goes up and down, left to right, but it'll be at like an L shape, however that L works out for you. And then if you have it like, wherever it is, it does everything in that line. Um, and so this allows you to run just the one knight statue. If you want to go crazy, you can run more. But for the most part, you should be able to be fine with just the one line. And then you're going to run barrier as opposed to roll call. Roll call in this case, if you were just trying to run the one knight statue, roll call, the way that it works, you get a bonus charge, or when one knight statue gets a charge, the other one gets a charge. So if you're running Covenant of Veterans, that's what you would run, because you obviously have the two knight statues on the board, at which point you run roll call. But because you're only running the one, there's no reason to run that, at which point the barrier is fine. Barrier is not going to like completely save you, but it's there, and it's just an extra bonus, so why not? And then you're not going to want to run Hold the Line. You actually want to run Stone Legion. For the most part, you don't have a lot of knight statues around the unit unless you are setting it up in the center, at which point you could theoretically have all four. You could have all four and you would get the 10%. Maybe that is better. But it's only giving... I don't know how that would work with Sharpened Spear. I don't know if that gives all of them... If it gives everything in that line the bonus, then maybe that's better. I actually don't know. Because it's obviously better than Stone Legion, because you won't be running a lot of knight statues to be able to level them up. And I believe I multiplied it out. And even if you had 2 level 7s, the Stone Legion, even if you had 2 level 7s in the normal Blade Dancers, like Floral Frenzy setup, and they were both maxed out, I still think the plus 10% is that you have when 2 are touching each other. I think that's... No, you know what? I think Hold the Line is still better. Yeah. And so then you run Hold the Line. This is my setup. I've been winning a lot of games with this. Alternative to this was a level 13, very specifically Enchant Sword. And I say 13 specifically because you have Eternal Gaze at 13. So the way that new Enchant Sword works, if you merge out an Enchant Sword, let's say you have 2 blue stacks, you merge both of them together. Each orb, or each regular enchant sword is going to give you 2 orbs. If you merge out 2 regular two blue enchant swords, you're going to get 4 orbs, 2 for each. So if you merge out a regular red enchant sword and a regular blue enchant sword, you get 2 orbs and then they get 2 orbs, right? If you merge out an awakened level 9 talent, an awakened enchant sword, it's going to be plus 3, so you're going to get 5. So if you were to merge out a blue awakened sword and a non-blue or a non-awakened blue sword, you would get 5 for the awakened and 2 for the regular, so 7 orbs in total would shoot out. All of that is at the same time, and all of those go to different units. The reason why I say that is because if you decide to merge 2 blues at the same time, and all of your units are potential, like, really good units to get orbs from, what will happen is all of them will get 1 orb. If you split it and you merge out a red enchant sword and a blue, awakened enchant sword, you'll get the 5, and then you can merge out something else, and then you'll get the 2, and then you'll get the 5, and then you'll get the 2. And what I'm saying is it's easier to stack if you do it separately. You'll get less, right? But that's also the risk of enchant sword. But I'll tell you right now, that is not the exact reason why we're using this. We're using it specifically for the Eternal Gaze. The way that Eternal Gaze works, now that you know how new Enchant Sword works, Eternal Gaze will pick one random Enchant Sword on your field of both red and blue, and it will activate those orbs immediately. Every boss round, only one time per boss round because it's not per boss. So once you get into double and triple bosses, you're still only getting the one activation. It happens at the beginning, and what I was doing was I was leaving one awakened enchant sword on the field, and I was getting 5 shots every single boss. So I was just building up my Blade Dancer field, leaving one awakened sword, and then just 5 shots, 5 shots, 5 shots. You have to go through so many bosses from the beginning of the game till triple boss stage, and that's basically where I'm at. This is why this is advanced tactics. If you are a newer player, if you're not getting to double and triple bosses, having a level 13 enchant sword is not going to help you in the long run, and you should probably use anything else. I would only recommend this if you are getting to triple bosses and if your games are going really long, because then you can get the full benefit of being able to get 5 shots every single time. Because if you are trying to like 10 up your field and you get like insane damage, and originally I was going to do a video that was basically saying that Enchant Sword is probably the best option, but I think Night Statue might be. I'm not like completely determined on that. And if I had the level 15 extra talent, then I would get the extra attack speed off of Enchant Sword, which would make this even better. And it would probably mean that I would probably lean toward this over Night Statue. But because I don't, and I only have the 13, it only really works, or it only really shines if you can get to double and triple bosses, because at that point you're going through so many bosses that you have a lot of opportunities to fix your board to where you have the one awakened enchant sword. And by the way, if you do have a red enchant sword, you are getting 5 orbs, and then they are getting 5 orbs, and that's pretty crazy. The red enchant sword is not as it's still not great. It's better than what it used to be, because what it used to be was nothing, was literal nothing. Now it's kind of something, but it's not something that you should ever really pay attention to. It's kind of like if you've ever played against a person who had Dryad level 13 and they were poisonous fruiting you. It's something, but it's not a lot. Like, you're not really going to notice it. And so, like, when you use your red orbs, don't focus red orbs. It's still not great. It's better than what it used to be, because what it used to be was like a damage debuff and then that stacks, but usually they would be able to cleanse it before they even got to like 3, you know? Now it's a immediate damage debuff, and then if you hit them again in succession, it gives them like a big damage debuff, but then all of these go away. Because you're able to stack blue debuffs without the fear of red debuffs making your count go down, Enchant Sword in that way is much better now. But I still don't think that this is viable unless you're going into double and triple bosses. Making Enchant Sword something that, you know, like once you start going into that higher level territory, that's the only time this thing shines. Prior to that, it doesn't really. You don't get orbs fast enough. Orbs are, it's very difficult to get orbs. If you focus orbs, that means you're not focusing something else. And so really this shines when you are able to set up your board in such a way where most of your board, I actually started this when I was using Monk. I found myself getting to the point where I would completely set up, but I would always have that extra spot. I questioned, like, if I were to get an awakened sword in that one random extra spot, and just play out the game like that, I'd be getting 5 orbs every single like boss, and it was kind of insane. And then that transferred into my thinking of, what if I added this in Bloomy Dash Blade Dancer, and then that's how I came up with the idea. So basically, if you are going to play this version, or the Enchant Sword version, essentially what you're doing is You're building up your entire field to like level 4s, level 3s, level 4s. And then in your last spot, you just max out your Blade Dancers into like level 3s or level 4s on the field. You do far more than you need to. I believe 7 is what you need to do. And then anything beyond that doesn't give you additional damage, but it is technically giving you additional damage because it is an extra Blade Dancer. So you can go beyond that limit because you're not constrained to a Blade Dancer limit. That's something that you build in your mind. You're like, oh, okay, they all have blue swords, so I'm going to stop doing this. No, just continue going. Just keep building Blade Dancers and just leave one blue awakened sword on your field, and just watch your damage just skyrocket. It's really crazy. But again, it only works, it's a very niche card now, so it only really works level 13, and it only really works when you're getting it into doubles and triple bosses. So I'm going to run Night Statue here, and I'm going to show you how this works. I'm running Growth Tile, Crit Bow, Hunter's Jacket. The amazing thing about Night Statue as well is that you always want to just basically merge out every other Night Statue that you're not using. So that's excellent growth tile fodder. And then when you accidentally merge into really high dryads, because like when you're starting to go from 3s to 4s and you merge 2 3s, sometimes you get a level 4 dryad and you don't want your board to go from 4s to 5s because then that's a lot. And so you can feed that to your Night Statue. I want to say this is my, I don't know, Clock is a really bad matchup for me. Because I have no way of affecting their field. So right here, I'm obviously going to want to build in this spot. Because it's going to give everything in this row and everything in this row a bonus. And that's literally where all of my my growth tiles are. I'm just going to keep summoning in here because I need to see what all my options are. This is already on a gold tile, so I'm actually going to start building on that one. I'm going to keep copying all of the dryads here. And I'm going to mana power up so that I can get more Fairy of Rages. I'm basically going to immediately just take this up to 4. The thing about robot clock players is that they usually build up one. They usually build up a small amount of robots, and then they just run clock. As long as you can out damage them, you should be fine. I'm going to merge these out. Obviously, we don't want that there. Because then that actually does shut off our Night Statue. I'm going to move this over here. This allows me to take a thing off of a growth tile. And then it also allowed me to move this out of the way. I'm going to continue merging these Portal Keepers that I definitely don't need. I'm going to do the exact same thing where I move this onto here. I'm going to move this over here, and then I'm going to merge the two. So that literally whatever it becomes is completely fine. This is fine because now it's giving me a bonus to these two. But I am still going to focus on just trying to merge up this row. So I'm going to upgrade here, upgrade here. Am I going to get bedlammed? Oh, I might. No, I won't. It's way too early for that. I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm actually going to use this to upgrade here. This still is a level 1, so I'm going to start upgrading that as well. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to move this out of the way and merge these two. Oh, no, I didn't. You know what? I'm actually going to merge these two. That sounds like a better plan. I'm going to combine these, grab this off of here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here, 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 here. I'm going to merge this out. I'm going to merge... Oh, I can't merge that out. Copy this. Use that. Merge that. I'm going to merge this one onto the growth tile. This is fine here because it's just shutting this one off, which is fine. I'm going to use my last 700 here. I'm going to make this a 3 so that I can move this. Get rid of this guy. I'm going to go here and here. I'm actually going to merge the two blade dancers here. And now I can use this to get rid of this guy. I'm going to get rid of these two portal keepers because I don't need those. Actually, I'm going to get rid of these two knight statues here. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to start building 4s here incredibly soon. I'm going to make this a 4. I'm going to make this a 4. Because then I can grab this 4 here. I'm going to merge this one. This one. I'm going to get rid of this guy. And that's basically what I was hoping for right there. So we have one guy left right here to make a 4. I'm going to get rid of this. Get rid of this. Merge this. So right here, you can see him where he's just running like the five robots. That tends to be what I've seen. That's what the robot player tends to do. I don't really want to merge that right there because it might go into a knight statue, and I definitely don't want that. Oh, that was really bad. I didn't realize I was going to get Tribunal right there. I'm actually going to go here, move this over, and I'm going to move this into that spot. Actually, do I want to do that? I guess I can wait. I'm going to be greedy, and I'm going to wait. I'm going to move this away. I'm going to merge these two Blade Dancers into that spot here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go 3 here. I'm going to feed that to that. I'm actually going to feed all of these Dryads to the Knight statue as well. I'm pretty sure this is my worst matchup. I don't think I have a worse matchup other than Clock. Clock is just so oppressive because it doesn't rely on damage. It just relies on you not being able to attack fast enough. It's usually a very close matchup whenever I play against this deck. Just like any kind of problematic boss, like a Tribunal or a Bedlam, and I basically die. I think we have this. And if we don't, I have another Blade Dancer here. Maybe we don't have this. Because as much as he wants to slow me down, he also still has to deal damage. And once you out damage him, he has to sacrifice his clocks. At which point you will basically out damage him. And that's the problem with that deck. So that was what I was talking about. Like when sometimes you get problematic merges. If I get another 4, I can upgrade that to a 6. Or if I just get a Harley Quinn, if I'm like level up a Harley Quinn, that works as well. Now that he's gotten rid of clocks, I'm able to basically just murder through bosses. Except for that one. I did not murder through that boss. But it's fine. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna merge this up here. Yeah. It's pretty good. I like it. He had like 632% more crit than me. It's pretty good. I like that I'm finding a way to utilize. I've never gotten this, by the way. The silver. I've never gotten this in my career, so this is a milestone that you get to watch, and I get 100 champion medals. Obviously, the best thing to get is the Page of Secrets for 1,000. The fact that I got 100 is kind of crazy. I can get weapon fragments. None of this is good. Like, if you do get to this point, like, heroic fragments, I guess, as if you have, like, the heroic items. But for the most part, this friggin', like, Page of Secrets for 1,000 is the best thing. That's why I would do it. I would attempt to, like, battle through this so that I can get, that. I should look up chat. And I guess I should have mentioned this before. I'm going to try to go through chat as quickly as I can. But if it's not Blade Dancer related, it's not going to get a very extensive answer. Because this is, I am going to post this as my character spotlight Blade Dancer thing. If I can see my own video. There it is. I can see my own video. Absolutely appreciate how you speak up facts about this game. No made up thoughts, just straight opinions. Thank you. Yeah, that's. I feel like that's something that some people can appreciate, and other people just look at me like I'm a dick. And that's fine too. Like, I have a lot of thoughts on this game, and most of it comes from a social aspect, and not a YouTube content creator aspect. I'm gonna try to play another game here. And it like a lot of my thoughts on this game, I will call people out, and I feel like that could make me sound like a dick. I don't know, like there's a lot of things that I can recognize like are not the YouTube content creator way. And I like the fact that some people either one understand that it's funny, or two appreciate that I'm saying a real thought. I feel like the people who are getting paid to do this, in any profession, if you are getting paid to do something. So, quick backstory: I used to be into card magic. I used to love. I studied card magic through YouTube, and I used to go to bars, and I used to do card magic just for like my friends and for people, just random people, right? And I had a philosophy that if the person that I was doing magic to didn't appreciate it, I could easily just move on. And it was the first time in my life where I ever felt like I didn't need to continue to pretend to care about somebody if they weren't reciprocating niceness towards me, right? Because I think in most professions, you are required, no matter how rude somebody is to you, to be nice to them. And I have grown up with that my entire life. card magic was the first time I ever allowed myself to be like, oh, you don't like this? Well, okay, I'm gonna find somebody else. It's been fun. Goodbye. And I would never do magic with that person again. People asked me that I should do like card magic. I should do magic for like birthday parties, right? I should do it for corporate events. And I always said no. And the reasoning why was because in those types of events, you have to perform. You have to put on a happy face, and you have to, no matter how rude the person is, you are being paid to be there. You have to be nice. You have to accommodate that person. You have to do whatever you can to make that person happy, make that person like you. And I got really good at that. But two, it's very exhausting. Sometimes you just want to be like, fuck off. Like, and so I understand that as a content creator, Rush Royale is never going to ask me to do any of the things that A Friend Gaming does, right? They're not going to ask me to be in one of their videos or something. And I accept that. And I accept that because I'd rather be who I am as a person, as opposed to having to say nice things about things that I don't think are good. And a prime example of that is Night Statue. To bring it back full circle with Night Statue, if you watch my video about Night Statue, I shit on it so hard. And I literally, like, because I've been building this deck forever, and I really wanted Night Statue to be really good. And on its surface, I didn't like it. I didn't understand, well, one, I didn't understand how Sharp and Spear work. It has really weird text, and I didn't understand how it worked. And I didn't think that the Night Statue talents changed the unit enough, because most talents change units. And it just felt like, oh, this gives you more damage, and then this one, it also gives you more damage. And that's all it felt like on the surface, on paper. That's what it felt like it did. Where do I even build here? What's the best place to build? Probably right here, because then I can get these 3 growth tiles. And then with this one, I can merge onto that one, and that becomes my my growth tile go-awayer. That's a lot of Night Statues going on here. Oh, no, that's not the one that I wanted to merge there. I'm going to move this guy so that I can get a vortex. Usually if you're even able to move, what an unfortunate spot. Because that's definitely where this Night Statue is going to go and stay there forever. I'm going to merge onto this spot, and I'm going to merge onto this spot. And I am going to eventually merge this out, obviously. I'm just going to copy all of these guys. And I'm going to pick this spot to merge. My God, what's happening? I'm going to move this guy right here. Upgrade, level up. I'm going to summon into this spot and then merge. Actually, I can summon into this spot and merge. Whichever. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to move this guy. Move this Night Statue down. And do that. And do that so that this activates. It's actually not as hard, because you're just trying to keep this row clear. It's actually not as hard as you would think to run Night Statue in this kind of build. To where it's not about number, it's about like just have every Night Statue be in this area, and not on a row. I'm gonna move this away so that I can move something else up. Let's do that. I'm going to do that. You know what? I'm going to waste all of these onto this guy. Because at this point, I just need the space. I'm going to get rid of these 2 Night Statues. Like I said, like Night Statue fodder is just so easy to get rid of. Just every time you see a Night Statue, you just want to like, oh, I'll just move it to this spot and merge onto it. I'm going to use this one onto here so that I can start moving threes. And actually, I'm going to merge these out. This is fine. Having the 2 is fine. But I do need to get rid of something. I'm going to get rid of this guy. I'm going to get rid of this guy. I'm going to get rid of this guy. I'm going to get rid of that guy. Oh my god, okay. Sure. I'm obviously not lucking into Blade Dancers, which is a problem. Or, I'm sorry, into Dryads, which is a problem. But I do appreciate the fact that he's not going to affect my board. And I can just play a solo game of Rush Royale, which is fun. I'm gonna go... I need to level stuff up. So I'm gonna level these guys up. I'm gonna do that. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. There we go. I'm actually gonna merge this down. And, ooh, do I do that? I think I do that. Do? I do that. This 3 is actually very good. Because if I can get a level 3 Dryad, I can start building 4s, which is what we want. The other great thing about having Night Statue in this deck is that it gives us this entire open space to do anything else. Like getting a whole bunch of Dryads. I'm trying to summon in here so that I can merge out. That's exactly what I was trying to do. So I'm going to go 3, 3. 700. I'm going to go 3 here so that I can always move something. Move that down here. I'm going to go here. That's actually perfect, because then I can copy this, make another 3. I am going to hold off. Oh, that's pretty good. I was going to say I'm going to hold off on actively using this, because if I get a Harley Quinn, or if I get a Harley Quinn, I can copy it and then just make another 3. That's another 3. I'm not too worried about that one. I should have been able to... I should have saved it, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to merge that in. Obviously want to get rid of this to become anything else. Move this guy. I'm actually going to level this up and do that, and win the game. Sounds good. What I can do is I can actually make that go to a 5. I don't know if that's a good play, but it is a play that I can do. It is something. I'm not going to do it. I'm actually completely fine with that, because if that merges down enough, I can level this guy up and then merge it out. So that's exactly actually what we wanted to happen right there. I'm going to merge this onto here. I'm going to upgrade this guy to a 4. Move this off of here so that if I get another something useful. go here. Yeah, let's go here. Here. That's perfect. I'm not too mad about that. I think I'm going to start upgrading this guy. Merge this down. I'm going to go here. Here. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to not get rid of it, ever. I'm just going to let it sit there. It's fine. It's fine right there. It can just sit there. It's fine. I'm going to upgrade this to a 4. And move it out of the way. That's shielded, which is pretty cool. It's something. I'm going to merge this down because I can't risk that becoming a higher level. But I can risk this becoming a higher... Oh, it really happened. Alright, I'm going to do this. I can't believe that happened. I really didn't think that was going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. But I'm going to start making that guy a 4. I am technically trying to keep a full field, because he has sharpshooter. Having a bigger field, he'll get to a certain point where he's gonna like nuke my field anyway. But I think having a bigger field is something. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not something. It might be something. I'm gonna merge these out. Let's get rid of that guy. I'm going to make that a 5. I could make this a 5, but that gives me no benefit. I'm just going to merge this out. It gives me some, I'm sorry, I'll rephrase. It gives me somewhat of a benefit, not enough of a benefit for it to, like, necessarily matter. I'm going to merge this out. I'm going to merge this out. Merge this out. Merge this out. Copy this. Make that a 4. Get another guy. I'm at 37 stacks, so I should probably just focus on moving Blade Dancers here. We're into triple bosses. I should technically be at like 100 stacks. My problem with playing this deck is that I can never do 2 things at once. That was unfortunate. Can we recover? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think we win this, but we're gonna try. Yeah, if that was a bedlam, I would have just died. It's getting to the point where he's just nuking down bosses much quicker than me. And this is just going to get much worse from here. I'm basically at the point where I'm stuck. I can't really do anything that matters. I suppose I could do that and move that right there. That's something. Yeah, I'm at the point where I can't even take down the first boss instantly. Which means every single boss now is a problematic boss. When he's just like melting down every boss. I guess I can do that. I don't really want to merge them. That sounds about right. Oh, if I could have killed that, I think if I could, no, maybe. If I could have killed that, I think I might have won. Maybe not. Probably not. I don't know. I think 4 billion damage is kind of okay. I wonder if they're realizing that Jay is better than, what, Gadget? Maybe he doesn't have Gadget? Is it possible that he doesn't have Gadget? But he has like a max everything else? I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much like, I don't want this video to go on for too long. I don't want this to be like a 4-hour video. But yeah, that's basically my advanced tactic on a Bloomy Dash Blade Dancer deck. I can run this with Enchant Sword, and I'll show you that version. It's incredibly possible that I just lose again. But I feel like if I do lose, you will still get the idea of how this works. Sword debuff goes through Mermaid Bubble. Weird. That has to be a glitch. They'll probably patch that, because that definitely shouldn't happen. The sword debuff is not great. It's better, but it's not great. I definitely lose to this. So just so you know, I will definitely lose to this. You can feel free to skip ahead. But the purpose of this video is not to show you like winning things. I want to show you like what this potentially can do. And you'll hear it from me first. And I will always say this. Blade Dancer is not a meta deck. It never has been, and it still isn't. But if you want to play Blade Dancer because you like the card, this is how I would play it, because I like the card. This Awakened Sword is literally going to just stay here forever. And I'm going to attempt to always merge out every single other Awakened Sword, or every other blue sword. You can technically leave this one, and you'll shoot like 5 orbs at them, and that does something. It doesn't do a lot, but it does something. But see, now the computer has the ability to pick between the two. So it might give you 5 red orbs, or it could give you 2 red orbs every boss. And that's where the problem starts. I need to start upgrading things so that I can move stuff away from these squares. Basically, with a gadget, you're kind of hoping for gold tiles, because then you can obviously build on those gold tiles. I'm gonna build this guy. Is someone in here? Sharpshooter is becoming a lot better because Mermaid is becoming more prevalent. And so with Sharpshooter, you're able to just shoot down every single Mermaid target. Or a Mermaid bubble. And that's why you're going to see that a lot more. It's probably going to go up in my tier list. Probably definitely. Probably super definitely. It's back! Back in the meta. Yeah, I'm gonna do that so I can start moving things. This is a that's a blue sword that I don't want. That was exactly what we wanted here. I'm gonna merge this in. I'm gonna merge this in. I'm going to move this away so that I can move this out. I'm going to merge these two. I'm going to merge this in. Grab that. I'm going to merge this guy. I'm going to grab this guy. And yeah, this is essentially how you want your field to look. You're going to be getting 5 orbs every single time a boss happens. It's pretty good. I'm going to use my last 700 on these two. That was also pretty good. I'm going to combine this so that the orb chance has a better chance to hit useful things. I'm going to save that guy. Because that was mean. Being a big meanie over here. With his... I forget what it's called. Counterspell? Not counters. Is it counterspell? It's not counterspell. Pocket curse? Pocket curse. Being a big meanie with his pocket curse. I'm going to upgrade this guy. And then merge it over here. Because I just want both of these to go away. I don't even care what it becomes. I think we start to go into 4s now. I think that's the plan. And that will also allow me to get rid of some of these guys on other squares. Because then I can start moving level 3 dryads onto these squares. And that's basically how you flow this deck. Like, whenever you want to go up a level, you start using those dryads to go up a level. This is a problem. I'm actually going to upgrade the one that's on the square. Perfect. I'm going to merge that on there. We're at 18%, which isn't great. Am I going to get 5 or 2? Oh! That was both great and really bad because I wasn't moving stuff. It was fine because I can just merge this back up to a 4. But it's not ideal. I'm going to move this guy and then copy it and merge it. Yeah, that's fine. That's a lot of swords. I'm going to merge this down here. That's pretty good. 700. I'm going to go 2, 2, 3. I'm going to get rid of these portal keepers. Maybe. There we go. Having 2 enchant swords is fine. 2 blue enchant swords is fine. I'm thinking about getting rid of these. Bloop. That's fine. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. It's fine. Yeah, I'd rather have the 3. Now that I have this one, I can actually get rid of this one. I'm going to get rid of these 2. I'm going to move this away and then move the... Yeah, let's do that. And then upgrade this guy to a 3. Because you know what? No, I don't. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the portal keepers here. Mm-hmm. 3. This becomes a problem when he starts double hitting me with pocket curses. Most players will never double hit you with shamans, but pocket curse is kind of the exception because it just happens, and they don't actually care if it works or if it doesn't. It's just kind of a bonus if it works. I'm waiting for this to go off cooldown, and it is taking forever. There we go. I'm going to upgrade this guy. And I'm going to upgrade this guy. Merge in here, merge in here. That's exactly what we wanted. Now we have 3 Xanfors. Oh no. Did I get rid of it fast enough? Let's get rid of this guy. Let's move that guy. Oh, let's move this guy. I'm going to merge these 2 together. Merge these 2. Merge these 2. Give that to that. I think I still have a couple of... I have another 3 here. Copy, copy. Oh, that's pretty good. Grab another 4. There was a lot happening here. Oh my god, I still haven't killed the other guy. And that's how we lose. Yeah, this is not great. Not gonna lie, this is not great. I don't even know what to do with these. We have a Bedlam next. This is not great. Is Sharpshooter the new, like... The sharpshooter is the new old tech. Like the best thing to do now is sharpshooter again. Is this helpful? I don't think so. Oh, maybe. Technically, if I can get a thing to a 5. These are 10%ers. I've always stated in videos that I can survive through a bedlam because most of my cards will always be at like relatively the same level. This is what I mean. Like Tribunal was much more harmful to me than a bedlam. I mean, we're definitely gonna die, right? There was so much happening. There was a silly amount of things happening. Four. Merge. Merge. Move. Move. Five. I hope you were impressed. I'm gonna lose anyway, but I hope you're impressed by this gameplay. This is crazy. This is insanity. This is what it takes to lose. All of this effort. It takes all of this effort to lose. It takes a large quantity of effort, and then you still lose. And then you find out that this guy has like 6,000 crit. 45. I mean, it happens, man. Blade Dancer is not a meta deck. And this is why I will always argue forever that Blade Dancer is not a meta deck. It's good. It's very good. But it's not a meta deck. Like, you're not doing, like, 100 trillion damage with this deck. You're not doing, overly large numbers with this deck. I think a max Blade Dancer, a max Dryad would help it. I think Portal Keeper getting Talents would definitely help it because no other deck specifically runs Portal Keeper. I don't know how much it would help it, but I know that it would help it. Whereas other decks that are running, other decks are running full legendary like units with talents, and you're being forced to run like an epic unit that has no talents. And so just that fact alone is something that harms this deck from being in the meta when you're facing down like max legendary full talent decks. I think Zeus would obviously help it, but like Zeus helps every deck. I think Necromancer would like boost this deck, but that again helps every deck. It's really hard to like push this deck to be any better than it is. There are ways, but I still feel like most other decks would still outclass it because they have access to that too. And the only thing that this deck has going for it is this Portal Keeper. So depending on what those talents are, this deck could be potentially better. But I feel like that's why my goal is to get the 6920 chest. It was never to go into like this realm. Like I am far beyond battling up there. I don't like playing PvP at this level because all of your matches look like that. You're just playing against like these really high level people that could be potentially in like this category. But after 6,000, you have the ability to fight literally anybody in the game, because that's where the cap off is. I wish they made like a cap off of 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. If they're going to do 4 and 5. Because if once you get into 6,000 territory to get this chest, you have the ability to play anybody. And you could play people in gold. Wherever gold is. Gold is right here. Gold is 8,000 trophies. But anyway, that is my advanced tactics. It's all of my knowledge up to 20.1 or 21.0. And yeah, that's how I would play the deck. I think I like the deck. It's just that it is, and I will never claim it to be, it's not a meta deck. I like playing it. I like that you always have to be doing things. It's the reason why Light Inquisitor bothers me. It just feels so idiot-proof. I'm building up my Light Inquisitor to see how idiot-proof the card is. As soon as the next reset happens, I'm going to take this to 12. I think I have I have 7 crystals. I can take this up 2 levels and then book it. So as soon as the reset happens and I get access to the new pass, or the new what's it called? The new league thing, and I have access to the Magic Lab, I'll be able to sacrifice more crystals, because yes, I've sacrificed everything to here, everything to here, and everything to tournament. I've sacrificed 15 legendaries. But yeah, so I'm going to level that up to 12 next. I'm probably going to level it up to 13 just naturally as well. I'm just going to sacrifice 9 crystals whenever I get it. And then I'm probably going to book it to 14 by the end of next month. If I can get 9 crystals by the end of next month, I'll have a level 14 Light Inquisitor. And then I'll just play Light Inquisitor and join the ranks of everybody else. Because I think at my crit level, I should be able to play relatively easy in this league, but I've been struggling to try to make Blade Dancer work, and it's just not a meta deck, and I think that Portal Keeper will help it. I will never stop liking it, and I will. I'm just completely waiting for, I don't know, getting 15 on this, because getting a better attack speed would be better. Getting a spear would make this better. But yeah, getting a level 15 Dryad and getting to double upgrades. Double upgrades would make me go from 4s to 6s, and if I got 6s, that would obviously incredibly help my board. If you had an entire board of 6s as opposed to 4s, that would incredibly help your board and your damage. But beyond that, I don't think that... because you can't cheat your way with this deck. You can run a Light Inquisitor deck with this level Dryad because you're getting the Fairy of Rage. You don't necessarily need the double upgrades because you have Scrapper. And so you can cheat out. You can use the best benefit of Dryad, and then you can level up all your cards to 7s. With that deck, you don't need a Portal Keeper. You can run something else. You can run a double support at that point. You do need Harlequin because that makes everything quicker, and then that also gives you light. Or actually, I think it runs Scrapper instead. You run Scrapper, and then you run a Night Statue, and you can run Sharpshooter. You can run so much more support with that deck, and consistently get your entire board to 7. And that's why it's just one of those decks that will always just be better. But yeah. That's my take on Blooming Dash Blade Dancer. I will talk to you guys next video.